because I put the 270 away, and I'll just wait till the box magazine kit comes in, and I'll carry on with that drama. Now, so I've re-engaged the 17 Hornet drama, and I've actually worked some stuff out, which is pretty good. I actually got some decent groups and figured out exactly what was going on with it. My suspicion is that the guy who owned it before me hadn't really put many rounds through it at all, because I think the barrel was still getting worked in. Because when I looked down that bore before I bought it, it looked like brand new. So, and he had like I think he might have put like one box or a box and a half through it, which is how much is in the box? 40 or something. How much is in the box? 25. Yeah, I think he only put like maybe a couple of boxes of it through maximum. 2-3 boxes maybe, because I don't think it's actually worked in yet and has settled down yet, and I think it's just starting to now, because I was able to get some decent groups. So the function of it, the bolt is just super smooth. All CZs are super smooth. Now, there's only one hiccup I had with it, and I don't know what happened. Something quite strange happened. That was like I had the first round. I was loading 5 rounds. It's a 5-round magazine. I was loading the first round, and I had 5 rounds in it, and the first round just totally jammed in there, so that I couldn't move that round at all. I have no idea what happened, and I'm trying to figure out where's it stuck, where's it jammed up, and I just couldn't. So I started to take the magazine apart, and then it freed up and was able to come out. So that was really weird. That was like I could not move that round at all. That was like it was totally jammed in. That was really strange, but otherwise everything's worked fine. So I started. I'm going to take these off because I hate sunglasses. So I started off just shooting. I'm drinking Vonu, which is Fijian. It's a lot like it's a lot like Mexican beer. So I started off with Hornety, and with the Hornety Super Performance Varmint 17 Hornet 20 grain VMAX. Now, I'm hugely underwhelmed with this stuff because it just doesn't perform. Let's see what groups this was shooting early, and this is when there was less wind. I was shooting this early with less wind because the wind picks up the longer you go through the day, and I'm talking like 8 o'clock in the morning. And so I've got 1.9, these are 5-shot groups, 1.9, 1.5, 1.5, 2.1. So, yeah, nothing to write home about. Then, same again, 1.2, 2.2, 1.6, 2.6, all 5-shot groups. Now, while I'm doing this, I'm thinking, it just doesn't seem to be able to string 5 shots together. So I thought, am I going to sell my soul and go to 3-shot groups? Because I've always been critical of people who do 3-shot groups, saying that they don't prove a thing. Well, unfortunately, I don't think this rifle can string 5 shots. It's very finicky. It's I don't know whether that's the same for all 17 Hornets, but it seems to be this. When I've got 2 17 Hornets with 2 barrels that are completely different manufacturer. One's hammer forged, the other one's button rifled, and I'm getting a similar sort of scenario happening. So what that's telling me is that this caliber, is just a really weird caliber that just is like this. So, and this is another I've written early, shooting early. So the last 5-shot group that I did was 1.5 inches, and then I went, right, I'm not going to do 5-shot groups. I'm going to do 3-shot groups. See how I go. So straight away. Sorry, this is with hand loads. Now, where have I got any? Have I got any? No, it's all 5-shot. All 3 shots. Oh, pardon me. So yeah, by this time I've grabbed my hand loads and I've gone 1 5-shot group, 1.5 inches, and I thought, no way, my hand loads are better than that. You know, I'm meticulous. I've got to get better groups, so I'm going to go 3-shot groups. Yeah, I know I'm going to probably cop a heap of criticism for that, saying, yeah, well, you're a hypocrite because you reckon 3-shot groups don't prove anything. Well, there's something about the 17 Hornet. It's just has a problem stringing 5 shots together really close. So again, sorry, the first group was 1.5 inches, and I went right 3-shot groups. So then it went 0.8, 0.8, 1, 0.55, and there's 2 rounds through 1 hole there. So that's the hand loads. Then the next target, I've got 0.3, and this is because I remember the gunsmith said to me, listen, you got to clean this thing regularly while you're shooting because it's only a small hole, and when it fouls up, it's not going to shoot very accurately. I don't know. I mean, I like to just foul up most guns and just keep shooting them, and they do pretty well. But hasn't been working for me so far. So I thought, all right, bugger it, I'll give it a go. So I cleaned it. I patched it. I didn't brush it. I just patched it out. Wet patches, two wet patches, and three or 4 dry patches. So it was, it wasn't spotless, but it was clean. So straight up, 3 rounds with the hand loads, 0.3. The second group, 0.6. The third group, 0.7, with 2 through pretty much the same hole. The third group, 0.9. So it's pretty obvious that as it fouled up, it started to spread out. So, but 0.3, yeah. So, what did I do? I did it again, and this time it reacted differently. What happened was so I cleaned it. The first group 0.6, then the second group was 0.26, right? Tiny. Then the third group went to 1, fourth group went to 0.85, and there's only 1 round there. So instead of the first group, after cleaning it, the first group being tiny, it was the second group after a fouling round. So I did the same thing again. I cleaned it. First group 0.8, second group 0.4, third group 0.7, fourth group 0.4. So it sort of confuses me because you get a pattern happening and then it just goes totally different, or not totally different, but different. So then I went to the hand loads. This is later on in the day, and horrible, 1.96, then 0.7. No, I don't know what that was. Only 2 rounds on that one. I can't remember what order I shot these in. And then hand loads again. This is late in the day. 0.9 when it's really blowing. 0.9, 0.6, 1.1. But 2 of them are like really close. 0.8, 0.9. So then I was shooting. Actually, before I shot the late hand loads, I shot these early cellular and bellow, which is that stuff. Which is I think it's better than the Hornet, and it's a lot cheaper, like a lot cheaper. So early S&B, I got these are 5-shot groups. I got 1.4, 1.9, 1.1, 1.9, and then 0.96, 0.93. So these are 5-shot groups. Now they are the smallest 5-shot groups that I've been able to get with any ammo at all, and that's cellular and bellow factory ammo. So good on cellular and bellow factory ammo. It's good stuff. So then later on in the day, they were early. later on the day when it was windy and that, I went to when I was doing 3-shot groups, I decided, right, doing away. And it went, this is celery and bellow late in the day, so 1.4, 0.9, 0.6, 0.7, 1.9. Yeah, you get a mixed bag, but it was really, at 100 metres with a 20 grain projectile, with really blustery wind, yeah, you've got to expect that. But, there are some really good groups there, so what that tells me is that I'm going to just keep buying heaps more of this celery and bellow ammo. And, yeah, because, obviously the smallest groups were from the hand loads that I could get, but, yeah, that celery and bellow stuff is really, really good. Now, so what I did was I sighted in my T-bolt using the S&B target rifle, and I got some tiny groups with that, and I forgot to grab the targets again. Very bad, very bad. But I got really tiny groups. At 50 metres I got really tiny groups. I had no problems. Probably under half an inch, average of about 3/4 of an inch, typically under half an inch with that stuff. It's really, yeah, and that's through 2 completely different rifles. The CZ 455 Lux and this Browning T-bolt, completely different rifles, and this stuff performs excellent in both of them. So yeah, RWS, excellent. The magazine of the T-bolt, again, it's outstanding. It's probably the best design magazine I've ever seen, I have to say. Yeah, for sure. And the old Walkers, they've been performing well. Actually, there was another guy there who had a set, and I said to him, "What do you reckon of them?" And he said, "Yeah, they're great." And I said, "Did you get them on Amazon?" He said, "Yeah, whatever, $62, whatever." And I said, they're so much better. They seem so much better than the Howard Late impacts. That they seem a lot better made, a lot sturdier, and the amplification is just twice as loud as the Howard Lates. So yeah. So the T-bolt's performing really well. I'm really happy with that. And hopefully the next time you see me, because I've got to go away and work for a couple of weeks. So hopefully next time you see me, I'll have the box magazine in the 270, the Foda I wear, and I'll have it bedded, and then I'll probably it's another rifle I might go to 3-shot groups again, because that has a hard time stringing 3 shots together. But it's a light barreled hunting rifle, so that barrel moves around. So anyway, until next time, see you later.